From a bunker under the ground somewhere in Honolulu, Hawaii, I'm Shumai Shirashima, and you're listening to Doom Business. It's 2013. So far, so good. It's been very peaceful, nothing too weird going on. However, 2012 was a very strange year. So strange, in fact, that I have compiled my own list of top 5 strangest things of 2012. And I'm not the only one, too. Our friend Christian also made a list.
Hi.
So these are top 5... Your top 5.
Yes, my top strange and bizarre news stories.
Not just news stories, though. Like, you've told me on the side that you've also done some investigating of your own.
These are the strangest and scariest things that I've encountered myself. Some in the news, some personally.
Interesting. And I have not heard any of these yet. You haven't told me anything about it. I'm excited. You always have great stories. Sadly, though, my top 5 are all from the news. Actually, they're from intrepid high school news reporters.
What do you mean, high school?
Well, I subscribe to all the high school newsletters, and they have great stories.
All of them?
Yeah, all the local high schools. You know, here in Hawaii, we do. A lot of people in the world have a very bad image or a bad view or a skewed view of Hawaii, Oahu, Honolulu.
That's right. They think it's all just...
We're not in grass huts.
That's right.
And we're not all wearing slippers. Not all of us.
Not all the time?
We have high schools. We have a lot of high schools.
High school
news.
Like newspapers and...
Yeah.
Like news writing courses. Things like that.
I'll be reading to you folks the headlines and a short summary. I kind of don't want to go first because I'm shy.
Okay, I'll go first.
Go, sure.
I'll go first.
Are you more of a man than I am?
But that means that your number one will be the last one.
I guess that's
so
fair.
It's got to be good.
I guess that's fair.
All right, my number 5 strangest, scariest story that I encountered this year. Demon in a sofa. I was online. I was surfing the internet, and I saw this thing that said, "Click on a scary picture, and don't be scared by this picture, or be scared." And it was a picture of someone's living room with some sofas in it, and it said, "Do you see the demon in this picture?"
Oh, I've seen this picture.
Now,
why is this?
Well, okay, I looked for a long time. I didn't see it, and then I saw the demon in the picture, and it scared me. It was just hiding underneath a sofa cushion, waiting for someone to sit on it. Now, but that's not the scary part. So that picture scared me so much once I saw that demon that I got really scared, and I had to check in my own sofa at home and open it up because I was afraid that I would accidentally sit on a demon. I was just scared for a long time. I had to check in sofas. I was scared lifting up toilet seats for a long time. Eventually, I got over it. I didn't find any demons, thankfully.
It's strange to me how, although you don't know exactly what a demon is, maybe no one knows. Like, what did you expect the demon would do if you did sit on it?
Well, I have a feeling that it wanted to be sat on, because demons they're into that kind of thing. It's kind of messed up.
Well, they're degenerates. It's true.
Why else would they be hiding there, like underneath a sofa cushion?
But it wouldn't hurt you, though.
By the way, that demon looks similar to the demon that I saw when I tried to meditate to Phil Collins. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
And the face came out of the darkness.
Oh, I remember this, yeah.
It was kind of the same face, and that's why it scared me.
Well, you know, when people have the experience of the choking ghost that wakes you up at night, it usually looks like the same thing. It kind of looks alien with the big eyes, of a scowl. And it's very angry at you, and it's sucking you.
You can't move. You're stuck there.
Mm-hmm. It's sucking you, and you're weak. I would not be afraid of a ghost in my cushions. You know, one time, I was at home.
Yeah.
Before I was in my bunker, back when I had a normal home. And I was back from work. I was back from the bakery.
You worked at a bakery?
Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't.
That's fine.
I walked home. I walked in through the front doors, and my sofa is right in front of me. And I saw feet under the sofa.
You mean like
bare feet?
The legs of the sofa?
Well, not a bear's feet, but B-A-R-E, bare human feet.
Wait, you don't mean the bottom legs of the sofa, but you mean
in the middle,
a person's feet?
Yeah, in the middle of the sofa. I mean, it's raised a little bit, maybe like...
You mean the crack underneath the sofa?
Yeah.
Like there's a space there?
Yeah.
And you saw, what? Was it toes sticking out?
The crack was raised like any other sofa, like probably like 5 feet.
That sounds normal.
And I saw feet and hair. It was tapping its foot. Anyway, I got the hell out of there. I got out of there. But if I saw a demon's face instead, I would have made friends.
Shumai,
keep your enemies closer.
That was probably just the feet of a demon who the rest of its body was inside of your sofa.
Very good.
Yes.
So that was number 5.
Number 5.
That was number 5. I have to be honest with you. I don't know how these other ones can be better.
That was just that was number 5 because it was the most scary to me personally.
Right, because
it was the 5th most scary one. This list is just about my own personal experiences. You know, I'm not saying it's the best paranormal story. I'm just saying it's the scariest one to me in this past year.
So you have no stories here that are from the news?
Let me see here.
Because you said earlier, maybe you misread?
Only one of them is from the news. The others are all things that I experienced or I have heard about and talked with people about personally.
That takes a lot of energy. So, if I recall correctly, you weren't always this energetic. It was only after your abduction did you suddenly feel an urge to seek the truth?
Yeah, and I became a paranormal investigator. People came to know me as that, and that's why they come to me whenever something strange happens to them. And that's how I found out about most of these things.
One of these days, you should start your own newsletter, email newsletter.
I've been thinking about it.
Think about that. I'll be your first subscriber there. I'll promote you on the show. But let me see. Let me read my 5. This is my number 5.
Yes, you're number 5.
Now, this is something that I read that really, really made the hair on my neck stand up. On my throat. This one's called, the title is Homeless Centipede Hair.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Let's see, this is from...
I don't want to hear this.
I'm not going to name the school, but let's see, it says here, this is word for word.
Does it say what grade the person who wrote it was in?
Yeah, what was high school? It says 10.
Okay, grade 10.
And it was a female, Polynesian. Let's see, let me read this. This is from the newspaper. Well, before we start, what I did was, because these things were long. Like, these kids can write, and they're good writers.
They need an editor to tell them
But it's a bit
stop.
long, so I had to email each one on their Facebook.
And it's double-spaced, Times New Roman font, 12 points.
12 points. 12 is not that
They're
big.
trying to make it to 2 pages long, so they stretch it out as much as possible.
See, I have this one here where it's all in caps.
There's a topic sentence.
A lot of them don't know that the proper etiquette is that if it's all in caps, it's like it's yelling at you. So, for the homeless centipede hair, I had to tell her that, or him, to just give me a summary, just boil it down to just a paragraph. And this is what she wrote. Here we go. Homeless centipede hair. Homeless centipede hair.
Gross.
A homeless man, age 20 and white, was found sitting dead in a bathroom stall in Al Moana shopping center. Although never confirmed by the authorities, Japanese businessman Yuki Waiju, who discovered the body, stressed to local news outlets that yes, indeed, there were centipedes in the dead man's hair.
That's very disturbing.
But I know I've heard of this before. Like, I've heard of stories of dead bodies, usually homeless people, with spiders in their hair, roaches in their hair, ants in their hair.
At the same time?
Silverfish in their hair.
Regular fish in their hair?
Well, that's my number 5. And when you step on a centipede, especially on a carpet, it doesn't kill them. You think it will.
Right. If you're wearing soft, fluffy shoes on a soft carpet, for some reason, that doesn't kill them.
You have to use your knife and cut them in half. And even then, they will wiggle for many, many hours and emit a foul, sweet aroma that will linger in your trash bin.
A light. No?
No.
Oh, okay. That was
But the
something else.
smell is disgusting. If you imagine, if you will, a dead rat stuffed with apples.
I know what that smells like.
So, I mean, honestly, any headline that says centipede, or with the word centipede in it, scares me. That's my number 5.
It's very disturbing, Shumai. Very disturbing. But is it more disturbing than my number 4 bizarre story
Let's
that
see.
actually happened to me? My scariest is window voices. Let me explain to you what window voices happen. I was called by a friend of mine to a Makiki apartment building, and they told me something strange was happening there. I was taken up to an apartment on the 10th floor of the building, and there, the resident there, who will be known as Samantha, that's not her real name.
Or him.
That's right. Said that she or he experienced something numerous times over the past few weeks. And that is, late at night, they heard whispering coming from outside of their window.
Oh, no.
And the window is on the 10th floor.
I don't like where this is
mind
going.
you. And now the curtains are closed late at night, after midnight. And this woman, a 50-year-old woman named Samantha, said that she heard whispering coming from behind the closed blinds outside the window that's on the 10th floor. Now, she didn't understand what those words were. You could just barely make out some sounds. So she approached the window, but she was too scared to open it, because what would happen if she opened it, and what would she see on the other side? If she peeked through the blinds, would it be more frightening to see something or to see nothing there?
That's scary. That's scary. I would not want to see a ghost face or the face on Mars face.
That's right. And this happened several times, and she was always too scared to open the blinds. Also, she was nude at the time.
At the time.
So for her privacy...
But she's 50.
For her privacy, she didn't want to open the blinds either. Now, I tried to investigate this, and I stayed there overnight.
While she was in the nude.
No, she was actually not there. She said, if you're staying here tonight, then I'm going to go someplace else. And I said, fine, that's fine.
Okay.
And at 1 a.m., I heard a sound outside of the window.
1 a.m.?
That's right.
That's interesting.
And at 1 a.m., I heard, I could barely make out whispering, and I couldn't hear what it was, so I got closer to the window, and I heard what sounded like Hawaiian chanting. And this chanting...
Night marchers.
Well, how would they get
Night
that
marchers
high?
at the
I
10th
don't
floor?
know.
Maybe they hover?
This chanting sounded something like the words, wiki wiki wah. Wiki wiki wah.
Now, wiki wiki in Hawaiian means fast,
Yeah.
quick. Well, I don't know what the last word means.
And I heard this over and over again a couple times. And then I heard something about a word that sounded like loveless. Loveless, as in no love? I
Oh,
don't
not
know.
someone's last name.
Wiki wiki wah.
What does the wa mean?
And now I was going to open the blinds, but I have to admit, Shumai, I was too scared to open them.
We're all human beings. It's easy to talk now, but when you actually get into the thick of it, on the 10th floor, we're all just little babies. What happened next?
Eventually, I waited till it went away. Oh, there was one other word I heard. Something about a hill.
Wiki wiki wa, loveless hill. Am I close?
Yeah, but it wasn't all in a row like that. They were separated. Like, there were other words I couldn't hear. And there's something about a hill. Something hill. And I think it was talking about a place, maybe. I don't know.
Hill?
That's right. In English, by the way.
I don't know what this could be. I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind when you say hill, I think of Silent Hill, the game. I don't know any, or maybe Salisbury Hill. Is that a song? I think Peter Gabriel had that song.
Peter Gabriel is good.
Well, so...
By the way, that's good music to meditate to, is Genesis, back with, before Phil Collins. Anyway.
I think I already mentioned this before. I was never a fan of Genesis when it had Gabriel. I like Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer's cool. Cool music video.
I'm not really a fan of him. I hear he's like a drunk. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, these are all tabloids.
Look, I don't know about the person himself.
Yeah, I mean,
but
the music is good. Yeah.
Anyway, eventually the sound went away, and unfortunately, I could give no explanation to the homeowner as to what it was, except to verify the fact that what they were hearing was real, and I think that was a comfort to Samantha. Just to know...
She's not crazy.
Yeah,
she actually...
exactly.
Wait, so you...
Or if she was crazy, then that would mean I would be crazy too, but I'm not.
This is kind of a depressing story, because I hate the mystery of not... You didn't find out what those words mean?
If any viewers, if any listeners can figure out, maybe you know more about Hawaiian than we do, or
what those words mean. I know what wiki wiki means. I mean, we all do.
Yeah.
If she wasn't wiki wiki cow cow...
I don't think so. It was wiki wiki why, and that was repeated a couple times. And then I heard something about love less, and I don't know. So if any listeners out there know what that is,
wiki wiki,
write into the website of Doom Business, please, and they'll pass the message on to me, or leave a message on their Facebook or Twitter account.
Or Twitter him.
That's right.
Wiki wiki.
That was number 4.
Why loveless hill?
Something hill. Yeah. I don't know.
That wasn't really scary, but that is the really...
It was scary.
It's very mysterious.
If you were there at the time,
oh, because this is your list of personal experiences.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Friends, the value of gold has never been higher. Logically, that means one thing. Gold is going to keep on going up and never come down, which makes this the perfect time to invest in gold. Our friends at the B.S. Skinner Company will help you change your worthless cash into your very own gold hoard. And for a limited time, they're offering chocolate gold. What is chocolate gold? It's a very rare natural gold-like metal that's like gold, but more brownish colored. It's very rare, and rare things are probably valuable, you would assume. In the morning, I want you to call the B.S. Skinner Company and get your very own chocolate gold. Tell them Shumai Shirashima sent you.
This is Lonnie Wambata at the KHIH Late Night News Desk. Scientists at UH Manoa have discovered a new meteorological phenomenon they call mandolin rain, which could cause some flooding. A gruesome discovery in Waipahu today when construction workers unearthed a pair of male skeletons hugging. Governor Abercrombie insists on referring to them as the, quote, gay skeletons. I'll be back with more news at the top of the hour. Stand by for more Doom Business here on KHIH 8:30 a.m., where talk matters.
The paranormal is our business, and business is dooming. Like us on Facebook for up-to-date information on future interviews. Hey, enjoying the show? Visit us at vscreenon.com for more original programming. You're listening to Doom Business. And now, back to Shumai.
back. Am I on
That was
3 now?
4. That was 4. So
I'm on 3?
you need to do your number 4 now, I think.
Wait, didn't I?
We're taking turns.
Well, 4 was the... Oh, okay. Right, because I'm saving this as
Your
my
list
number
is
1.
not in order.
No, well, this last one is my number 1. That's the best one.
Okay.
So number 4, then... I'm not going to say her whole name. I will say the high school, though. This is from Farrington.
Yes, Farrington High School in Kalihi.
Yes.
Here... Yes, go ahead.
And it's written by... well, actually, she's 13, but she's very smart. And she's in high school already. She's Chinese, of course.
Oh, of course.
Her name is Purple. That's half of her first name. And this is what she wrote. And again, it was very long, so I had to contact her on the new MySpace to just kind of give me a summary.
How do you like the new MySpace, by the way?
Well, you know, I got those invites.
Yeah.
Like, every week they gave me 5 invites.
It's for music now.
It's more from music. I mean, it has more of a Justin Timberlake feel. Like, his essence, his juice flows through the veins of the new MySpace. It's okay. I mean, it'll never take over Facebook, though.
What's your story?
This one is called, this is the title, Woman's Mouth is Portal to Hell. This is for the special Halloween issue of the Farrington newspaper. Newsletter. Well, newspaper.
This sounds disturbing.
So this is what she wrote. This is word for word. A woman was arrested for running through Chinatown and screaming all the time. On arrest, the cops were shocked and appalled to discover that the woman never closed her mouth. The woman never closed her mouth.
What?
She was screaming like in the backseat of the car, apparently. Eyes unflinching, mouth forever open, screaming with one long breath, aimed at the roof of the car.
Wait, does it actually say that? One long breath?
Well,
like,
these
she doesn't even
no.
pause to
Well,
breathe?
these are the details that I'm not adding in because it was too
go
long.
on,
This
go on.
thing was too long, but this is just a summary. So I'll read the last sentence again. On arrest, the cops were shocked and appalled to discover that the woman never closed her mouth. That and scary demonic sounds came out of her. She is currently being examined at UH by various medical students and priests. She was a prostitute. That last part was double underlined.
Well, what does that mean, though?
Well, I mean,
She never closed her mouth ever.
all I know, I don't know about that, but all I know is that I went to Sunday school. I don't know about you. I don't know what you believe in. I don't know what anyone believes in. But I have my own beliefs.
Yes.
And growing up in Sunday school, I am what you call a hard-head, hardcore, stone-faced God believer. I'm not a Christian, but I'm a Catholic. Now, I have to be honest with you, I don't know the difference between a Christian and a Catholic. Aren't they the same? I don't know.
I think they're the same.
But the word Catholic popped up a lot growing up in Sunday school, so I'm assuming I'm Catholic.
I think you are.
Growing up Catholic, this is how they teach you. Through fear. We have no will. The devil is all around us.
Yes, yeah.
This is not my belief, but if I were a teacher in Sunday school talking to a lot of little 3-year-olds, I'd tell them prostituting your body, selling your body is ungodly, untrustworthy, unclean, and is a devil's business. Now, this prostitute, I don't know much about prostitution, but I know from watching a lot of Scorsese movies that prostitutes use their mouth on various parts of your body, whatever you choose.
Wait a second.
You see where this is going? I mean, there are kids listening to this. I don't want them. If there are kids listening to this, I don't want to be too graphic.
Kids should not be listening to this show.
I'm going to try to use adult words here. I'm going to try to use man words.
Now wait, did she see this? Like this 13-year-old reporter, did she actually see this hellmouth, or?
Well, she interviewed, the story goes is, first it was on the local news. So she went to the police station, HPD, and she interviewed the cops, and they told her all of this stuff.
I see.
Yeah. And she couldn't interview the prostitute because, well, she's held at UH. She's held in captivity at UH, being examined by medical students and the priests. I don't know why the priests are there. Because, like, I would imagine if these medical students are examining this prostitute in some high-tech lab, and she's constantly screaming in one long breath, the same breath, demonic Polynesian / Palestinian language, dead tongue language.
Is that what she was saying?
She said she said it sounded like a garbled mess. But in my studies, it seems like when you're possessed, you can suddenly speak some dead tongue, like Polynesian.
Yeah, speaking in tongues. By the way, I want you to MySpace that girl and ask her if any of the words sounded like wiki.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Because that could be related.
I see.
It could be related.
That's good. That's good. I mean, she'll probably hear this. I'll compress this file and I'll send it to her.
Well,
on her Gmail.
Have this file just autoplay when you go visit your MySpace page. You can do that, right? It can play music.
Yeah, I was there for a little while. I was there for like a day, just messing around. I changed my wallpaper. That took me like an hour to figure out. And my main song playing on my page is "I Wanna Know" by Joe. I'm a sucker for the R&B.
I've got to make a new MySpace page myself. Mm-hmm. And
I don't know. I
think that I will have it. I want it to autoplay. I think I want it to autoplay "Snowbird" by Anne Murray.
You know, I actually have been talking with this girl more, actually.
Have you?
Actually, cut that part out. Be sure to edit that part out there. I don't want that part. Well, I mean, okay, so going back again.
Yes.
I told the kid to write to me in one sentence, what type of prostitute was she? This is for my own personal use.
Yes.
But I feel this is important detail for the story.
And did you receive an answer?
Yeah. In 4 words. She emailed me, and each word was in all caps, its own sentence. She said, penis. That's the first word. See, I know. See, I didn't want to do this, but we're all adults here. First word is penis. Inside, man mouth. Wait.
I think 2 words, or?
Oh, you know what happened here? I think the Gmail actually scrambled the message. But maybe her client at the time. Now look, I'm not saying I know all the answers. I'm not saying I know everything. But I will tell you what I do know. 14% of the population in Hawaii are the demons. And maybe
I did not know that.
Maybe
that's disturbing.
They look like us. But anyway, though, I'm thinking maybe like the sperm of the demon got into her mouth.
What? That's what you think happened?
That's what I think happened.
Oh.
Her insides were possessed by various demonic forces. So now you're top. Yes. Now what is your number? What is your next?
Number 3.
3.
This is a quick one. My number 3 story is not something that I personally experienced. This is the one that I saw in the news.
Okay.
Earlier this year, in the summertime, in Mililani, in an apartment building, they found a dead person watching television.
What?
Well, let me explain to you what happened. Apparently, 5 years ago, a lonely woman died in her apartment, and she had no friends. No family came to check on her. Even her landlord knocked on the door a few times and just said, I don't care.
This sounds like a low-income complex.
That's right. And here's the most disturbing part. She was sitting on her couch when she died. No one knows how she died because they can't even do an autopsy.
Now, why can't they do an autopsy?
There's nothing left of the body. Well, except for bones, basically. What happened was the window was open. Now people...
Really?
Well, the neighbors smelled something coming from the house, but they just thought it was garbage from the garbage cans outside. The window was open, and unfortunately, some birds flew in and ate parts of the body.
Now, is Like,
So-
is this real? Like, is this true?
Now, this is over the course of 5 years. We assume this happened. Now, what could have actually happened was maybe there was a murder. Maybe she was actually murdered, and the evidence was destroyed, just because so much time passed. But here's the disturbing thing. A dead body was sitting on her couch. I mean, she was the dead body, sitting there in her living room, and the TV was on the entire time. Dead person watching TV. Now, the more disturbing part than all of that is, it wasn't just regular TV. It was a DVD player on a loop.
What was the DVD?
The DVD player was playing an old episode of VH1 Storytellers. So just imagine a dead body just like listening to music.
Well, what was she watching?
For
Like
5 years.
What episode was?
And the DVD player didn't even break or anything. Mm-hmm. Very durable. I want to find out what brand DVD player that is, actually. Because I'm looking for a new DVD player and a new VHS player.
Well,
if you can find one.
There's another story that I heard. This is related to this. Well, kind of. Where there was a guy killing people with DVDs.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he was shooting them out of his homemade rocket launcher, like on his wrists.
Where did this happen?
I don't know.
This sounds strangely familiar.
I think it was actually, you know what? I think it was a movie that I saw called I Come in Peace, starring Dolph Lundgren. So never mind. That doesn't count. But
that was my number 3 story. There's not much more to it than I didn't personally investigate.
What was the episode of the Storytellers?
But it never stopped disturbing me. I don't know. It didn't say. It just said VH1 Storytellers, unplugged.
Really? I wonder who
acoustic style.
Who was playing?
We'll never know. Unless, I could investigate this more.
Maybe you should.
I'd almost be scared to, though.
Honestly,
I don't want to know more.
The scariest part of that story for me, was the birds coming in through the windows. Because, they seem like, imagine like a nice blue jay, like Walt Disney style, tweeting, and it's nice. And it comes in to eat like a dead body.
Yeah.
That's disturbing to me. And you can't do anything because you're dead, limp.
Certainly you can't.
Your hands are palm up and you're just dead, and a bird is just eating you out on a nice winter's day.
Almost like a snowbird of some kind.
I don't know what this snowbird is.
That's all I have for my number 3.
So what number? So
What's your
now
number
is
3?
it my turn for number 3?
Yes. Go
Okay. Now
ahead.
this one is quick too because the horror mouth from hell, that was a bit long, but let's see. My number 3 is called "Man Makes Cat Surfboard."
This sounds like a fun one. This sounds fun.
Well, it's from the Kaimuki High School.
I think I saw a YouTube video of a cat surfing before. Yes. Go on.
This is from a different high school. And I had to email this person to condense her story. I had to contact her on Black Planet.
I have not heard of that.
Which is like MySpace, but for African American folks. And let's see here what she writes. Oh, there's a little disclaimer here. It says Neo, the singer Neo, was also black Chinese.
Huh.
I don't know what that has to do with. Well, let's see. This is the actual summary here.
Yes.
I know because there's an arrow pointing that says start reading here. A black Chinese surfer was arrested for making his surfboard out of 100% cat bone. Arrested because he was stealing all the cats in Kaka'ako, which has an infestation of hobo felines. It's true that Kaka'ako has a lot of cats.
Yes.
They hide in the rocks of the reef, or that man-made structure, that man-made reef.
Wow.
They hide in there. So this fellow here was making surfboards out of 100% pure cat bone for buoyancy purposes.
How is that even possible?
It's a lot of cats. Kaka'ako has a lot of cats.
How was this surfboard solid? Like, was it solid cat bone or was it hollow?
Well, you see, there's a picture here too. There's a white guy standing. Well, he's being arrested.
We should put this picture on the website. Can you send it to your website guy?
I
to
think
put it
so.
up on your website?
Yeah. Well, it's a picture of a guy being handcuffed and taken away into a police car. And there's another cop waving at the camera, and he has his arm around It looks like a surfboard, but it has like a cat's face on it. The surfboard was in the shape of a cat. The cat, I don't even know if cats can physically do this, but the cat had its legs, like its arms, like its hands are over its head, straight up, and its legs are also together, straight down. It kind of looks like a javelin cat surfboard.
This is a very disturbing story.
I might not be able to get this picture on there, but I could draw it.
Try to see what you can do, because I think people should see this picture.
This probably is the most normal one. I mean, there's nothing supernatural going on here.
Yeah, this is probably the most normal story. Mm-hmm. My next story is
Christian, Christian, I have to cut you off, Christian. I'm sorry. That was all very interesting. Yet. Well, we're way over time here. I have to cut you off. We have to get on going.
Sorry.
We got to get a move on. But, friends, tune in next time for the continuation of our top 5 weird 2012 moments lists.
I've got to go.
This has been Do Business, and business is dooming.
And that was Doom Business, your weekly dose of the paranormal. The time is now 1:30 a.m. Stay tuned for Night Moves with Tevin Camstrong here on KHIH AM 830.